Hi guys, welcome to Tutes Online. Today I'll be talking about the quadratic formula. The quadratic formula is x equals minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. This formula is used to find the roots of an equation. So if you have an equation like ax squared plus bx plus c, and graphically it looks something like that, this formula would help you find the point at which it intercepts the x-axis. So if we looked at the equation x squared plus 2x minus 3, here we would have a equals 1, b equals 2, and c equals minus 3, which are these coefficients. Putting these values into our formula, we'd get x equals minus b, that's 2, plus or minus the square root of 2 squared, minus 4 times by a, which is 1, times by c, which is minus 3. And this is all divided by 2 times by 1. So this is minus 2 plus or minus the square root of 4 minus, so minus 4 times by 1 is minus 4, times by minus 3 is plus 12, and divided by 2. This is equal to minus 2 plus or minus the square root of 16 divided by 2, which would be minus 1 plus or minus 2. So you can see because of this plus or minus we have two answers. That is x equals minus 1 minus 2, which is minus 3, and x equals minus 1 plus 2, which is 1. So graphically, you can see that we'd have an intercept at 1 and at minus 3. So our parabola would intercept these. And we know it's a parabola because our highest order x term is x squared. We'll look at the equation 3x squared plus 2x minus 1. So here we would have a equals 3, b equals 2, and c equals minus 1. Putting that into our quadratic formula would get x equals minus b, which is minus 2, plus or minus the square root of b squared, which is 4, minus 4 times by a, which is 3, times by c, which is minus 1, and divided by 2a, which is 6. So this would be minus 2 plus or minus, this whole lot becomes 16 divided by 6, which would be minus 2 plus or minus 4 over 6, which would be minus 1 plus or minus 2 over 3. So we can say that the two values for x are x equals third and minus 1. We'll look at another example. X squared minus 2x plus 1. So in this, a would be equal to 1, b equals minus 2, and c equals 1. Putting this in the formula, we get x equals minus b, which is minus minus 2, plus or minus the square root of b squared, which would be 4 minus 4ac all over 2 times by a. So this would be 2 plus or minus 4 minus 4, which is 0, square root of 0, divided by 2. The square root of 0 is just 0, so that's 2 over 2, which is 1. So here we only have one answer, and that's because graphically this looks something like this. We have a parabola, and it comes down and it just touches the x-axis at one point, which is x equals 1. We'll look at one more example. X squared minus x plus 2. So here a equals 1, b equals minus 1, and c equals 2. Putting that in our formula, we get 1 plus or minus the square root of 1 minus 4ac divided by 2a, which is 2. This would equal 1 plus or minus the square root of 1 minus 8 divided by 2, which is equal to 1 plus or minus square root of minus 7 divided by 2. So here we have a minus in the square root. And so you can't put this into a calculator because this will result in a complex answer. However, using complex numbers, we can solve this because we know that the square root of minus 1 is equal to I. So this would be 1 plus or minus I square root of 7 over 2. So x would be equal to 1 plus I root 7 over 2 and 1 minus I root 7 over 2. So we've shown a few things in this video. There can be two real answers, sometimes there's one real answer, and sometimes there's complex answers. There's a quick way to find out whether the answer will be complex or real, or whether there's one or two answers that are real, and that's the discriminant, which is b squared minus 4ac. And this is the part which is in the square root. So if delta is greater than 0, we know there'll be two real answers. If delta is equal 0, we know there'll be one real answer. And if delta is less than 0, we know that there will be complex answers. That's it from me. If you have any questions, post a comment. Please subscribe to the channel and visit the website. Thanks.